A Palm Coast resident became an angry driver and took the law into her own hands when she felt that a juvenile riding on an e-bike was riding it inappropriately.
A Palm Coast woman has been arrested after she recklessly chased a teenager riding an e-bike along a multi-use path. The incident happened on Saturday, June 7th, and a witness intervened, cutting off the woman's SUV to protect the juvenile, who was attempting to escape. The witness recorded the encounter, which was crucial for the investigation.
The juvenile had left, but the incident was reported and an investigation started. The next day, the juvenile had told his parents what occurred. He called the sheriff's office. So now we have identified the victim. Continued the investigation, resulting in the arrest for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
The suspect, identified as 65-year-old Julia Kalthoff, claims she was angry about the juvenile's speed and wanted to confront his parents.
While we recognize that many e-bike riders are also aggressive, it never justifies the actions that occurred in this case. If you're angry, take a deep breath, call the sheriff's office, let a deputy respond to investigate it. Otherwise, you're going to end up in the Green Roof Inn like this lady did.
Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Friday, June 13th.
This plan that Ms. Petito came up with is elegant because it really solves all the problems with the least impact on the citizens of Flagler County.
Flagler County leaders have a beach management plan in place, but they can't find a way to pay for it.
Flagler County Commissioner Greg Hansen and Flagler Beach Mayor Patty King telling the Friday Free-for-All what would happen if the county doesn't find a way to fund the beach management plan.
Well, the first casualty will be Flagler Beach. Right. The very first casualty, because if the Army Corps looks back and says, you're not doing your maintenance on the beach every year, which they can't afford to do. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they cannot afford to do that. So
they're kind of saying
we need the money.
So they're saying if you don't care about it, why should we?
Exactly. Yeah. They're not going to come back with their 50-year guarantee of the work they've already put into us.
They're just
that $30 million they've already put in and did the first part of it for a 50-year guarantee, and if we can't keep our end of the bargain up, then everything's done.
They'll walk away.
Yeah, they'll leave us.
Hansen says that partnership could bear more fruit for Flagler County if they honor that commitment.
We're trying to get them to come back and do some of the Northern 10 because we've got areas, critically eroded beaches up there, and all we have to do is show them that we have beach access every half mile, and we're doing that. We're setting that up. So we've already written the letter and asked them to come back.
County Executive Tourism Director Amy Lukasik says extending the Army Corps project is critical to protecting the island.
We need the Army Corps of Engineers. And I mean, as you know, the Northern 10, there's nothing. It is not Flagler Beach. There's nothing. As of right now, if a storm could come in and easily breach.
I'm Daryl Moody reporting.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
We're a small company, so anything really, especially tariffs and stuff, will affect us.
Curtis Sabalas, Chairman and Chief Development Officer of Invisicook, a company in Flagler County, giving an update on the effect of changing tariff rates on their small business.
Headquartered in Bunnell, Invisicook is a patented invisible induction cooktop system designed to be installed under a countertop as a more efficient heating source. Hans King, CEO of Invisicook, explains the company's creative way to offset many tariff adjustments.
We don't import from the United States to Europe or to other countries. So we have our own assembly plants there. So one based in Europe to handle all of Europe, Middle East, and the Africa market. Another one in Australia that handles the Pacific Asia market, APEC. So that, of course, helps with any tariffs ratings that way because we're not shipping anything direct from the U.S.
But Invisicook is feeling the pinch of the changing tariffs, too.
So there are items from Asia that we are being tariffed on, but again, we bring them in as parts and pieces. So our tariff rates are always much lower than a fully assembled product. So when you compare it to like an Alibaba or Amazon, they're buying full products already 100% finished. So those are always going to receive those full tariffs, depending if it's on a steel product or versus clothing products.
Invisicook was one of Time Magazine's top inventions of 2023. In addition, statistics show Invisicook LLC is a major employer in Flagler County and has been recognized for its impact on the local economy. For Flagler's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
Father's Day weekend features plenty of family fun in Flagler County. This is Stacy with Fun for Augie Kids.
Tonight, kids 8 and older can join Cut Up and Sew for a beginner sewing class where they'll learn machine basics, build confidence, and craft their very own witch or wizard hat. Start your engines and your morning off right at the Father-Son Breakfast and Cars Show, where good food, meaningful connections, and chrome-covered classics all come together for dads, grandpas, and mentors alike. Whether your son is little or all grown up, this is the perfect moment to share faith, fellowship, and horsepower. Stroll, shop, and soak up the sunshine at Pep's Art Walk at the Beach, a family-friendly event featuring more than 20 artists and vendors, live music, and coastal creativity at every turn. From 3D printed toys to beachy treasures, there's something for everyone. For more on these events and others, please visit us on our website at fun4augiekids.com. Have a great weekend.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.
And now, Mike Licio with your WNZF local sports update.
Our series on all area nominees rolls on. The FPC women's soccer team leads off with 2 first-teamers, Eva Seitz and Ivy Chen. They were joined by second-teamers Haley Salmons, Erin Hughes, Catherine Ouellette, and Natalie Neal. The key to their success was early playing time as freshmen. Chen found that experience invaluable.
I think it definitely helped us, like us all playing together last year. This year we come together easier. We know how to play with each other already.
It was a historic year for boys soccer in Flagler County. The Matanzas Pirates made a run all the way to the regional final this year. Kai Bonner was selected as first team and was joined by Pirate teammates Sergio Posada and Jonathan Costa on the second team. Costa had confidence in his club all season long.
I think it just shows that we have heart. We could play. I think we could play against any team, really, that comes up against us. We can compete. We can battle with anybody.
The FPC boys were 12-4, including their first win against Matanzas at home in 14 years. Rami Amiri, Jack Moberly, and Jay Secca joined Tegan Paulo as first teamers. Head coach Ramtin Amiri on Paulo, his first team keeper.
One of the best goalkeepers in the state of Florida. For someone to not concede a goal in 240 minutes of soccer is fantastic.
Boys tennis had 5 athletes selected. Andrew Shkrutkin from FPC and Pirate Stanislav Valentajcek on first team. Owen Brady was second team for Matanzas, with Bulldogs Alex Barenblit and Adam Stokel-Polubiak. Bulldog Tatiana Leonteva was second team for the ladies. Bulldog tandem Elsie Marks and Taylor Ralston made second team in beach volleyball. The FHSAA announced that a 35-second shot clock will be mandatory beginning with the 26-27 playoffs. In the meantime, if available, a shot clock can be used in regular season games, provided both teams agree prior. Florida Lacrosse will host 95 teams this weekend at the Father's Day Invitational at Indian Trails Park beginning tomorrow morning. This is your home for local sports, with updates Mondays and Fridays. From the WNZF Sports Desk, I'm Mike Licio.